Despite this huge success in the Selkulite world, Bismillah Khan's ventures in film music were limited to Vijay Bhatt's Goonj Uthi Chennai and Vikram Srinivas' Kannada venture Senadi Appanna. Now, although this song was chartbuster, Bismillah Khan got a lot of success in this film, but he composed music for only two films. The names of the movies were Goonj Uthi Chennai, made by Vijay Bhatt, and the Kannada movie made by Srinivas. I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and the glamour of the film world, he says with emphasis. Now, Ustad Bismillah Khan would say that he did not like the artificial world of lights and the glamour that was there in the film world. That is why he did not compose music for many movies. Awards and recognition came thick and fast. Now, Bismillah Khan got a lot of recognition and was honored with rewards. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America, and he also took part in the World Exposition of Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festival, and in the Oscar Trade Fair. Now, Bismillah Khan ji was performed all over the world. He performed in United States of America at the Lincoln Center Hall. Now, so well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, Tahar Mosque Ustad Bismillah Khan. Now, Tehran is located in Iran. Bismillah Khan was so famous all over the world that in Tehran, an auditorium has been named after him. National awards like Padma Shri, the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan were conferred on him. Now, Ustad Bismillah Khan has been awarded with these national awards. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded Greatest India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. With the converted award resting on his chest and his eyes glittering with rare happiness, he said, "All I would like to say is teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music." When Ustad Bismillah Khan received India's highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, in year 2001, his eyes were shining. He was very happy because his hard work had been recognized and he gave an important message to the country, and he told all the Indians to teach music to their children because music is the richest tradition of India, and he said that even the Western countries also wanted to learn India's music. In spite of having traveled all over the world, Khan Sahib, as he is fondly called, and exceedingly fond of Banaras and Damroon, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns in the world. Now, although Ustad Bismillah Khan ji had travelled all over the world, he was given so much respect and recognition and remained rooted Banaras, where he learned music, and Damroon, where he was born and brought up, were the two most wonderful towns of the world for him. He was so down to earth that although he had travelled all over the world, still he was attached to his birthplace. A student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in the USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Banaras by replicating the temples there. But Khan Sahib asked him if he would be able to transport river Ganga as well. There was a student of Ustad Bismillah Khan, and he wanted that Ustad Bismillah Khan should set up a Shehnai school in USA. And he promised that he would recreate the temple of Banaras in America for Ustad ji, as he would miss it. Now, Ustad Bismillah Khan was attached to river Ganga also. So he asked his student that would he transport the river Ganga also to America. So he wanted to say that he could not leave India. He was attached not only to the temples of Banaras but also the holy river Ganga. Later he remembered to have said That is why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning to see Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think of only Banaras and the Holy Ganga. And while in Banaras, I miss the unique math of Damroon. Now, Ustad Bismillah Khan said that whenever he visited any foreign country, he longed to see India. He wanted to return to India, and then he says that when he was in India, in Mumbai, he yearned to visit Banaras and the Ganga River, and when he was in Banaras, he missed his birthplace. And now, where he sang Chita and was rewarded the laddu of 1.25 kg. Now, Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of a rich cultural heritage of India. One of that effortless accepts that a devout Muslim like him can very natural play the Shehnai every morning at a Kashi Vishwanath temple. Now here the writer says that Ustad Bismillah Khan was a perfect example of the rich culture heritage of India, and his work was beyond the religion barriers. Although he was a strict Muslim, but he followed the Muslim laws. But every morning he would play the Shehnai at the Kashi Vishwanath temple, and which was a Hindu temple. This shows that he did not have the barriers of religion in his mind. He was a true Indian. He considered music to be India's richest cultural heritage. Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on 21st August 2006 at the age of 90 after the prolonged illness. He was given a state funeral and the government of India declared one day of national mourning. Now, Ustad Bismillah Khan had been ill for a long time and he was died on 21st of August 2006 at the age of 90, and the entire country mourned the death of the legendary musician. It was a holiday for one day and he was given a state of funeral. Children, I hope you understand both the parts, first and the second part, very well. Children, read the chapter at least twice, underline the difficult words in the chapter and try to find the word meanings of the difficult word. Thank you, children.